All right, folks, welcome back to Kings of Opinion. I got Big Ern here in the building and the Wanderers. Say hello, guys.
Hello.
Glad to have you with us.
So it's 4th of July week. Are you guys excited?
Yes.
Yeah,
Excited for the 3-day weekend.
Right.
Yeah, on a Friday, it's usually I feel like it's always in the middle.
I know, right? I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, last year I thought it was like on a Wednesday or something, right? Because it was like you had off and then had to go back to work.
I think
That's what
it
always
was.
feels like.
And I think, wasn't last year a leap year? That's why it skipped over a day?
Maybe.
So I think it was, but not 100% sure. But super excited to do nothing on 4th of July. I mean, I've been pretty much doing nothing for a while now. Getting ready to go back to work next week, which is going to be tough. But I don't. 4th of July, the last few years hasn't been the same. Hasn't been as many fireworks around here. Like,
Yeah, I haven't really heard a lot.
No.
Usually by now, I'm sick of them. but
Right.
I haven't really heard any.
I heard a little stray one here or there, like maybe across the highway or something like that, but nothing crazy, right?
Yeah, maybe they're cracking down more this year.
Could be.
You would think they wouldn't really give a crap, but hey, it's all good. Very busy day for me today. I found out that I had birds in my AC in my bedroom.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
Were you able to? You don't need a new unit, do you?
I don't think so. I really don't know. So I called maintenance, and they didn't pick up, which they never really do, which is fine. And I just got back, and I was telling Ernie about it, and it looks like they might have messed with it. So I was like trying to listen to see if I heard birds, because every time I would walk out of the house, I'd hear birds, and I'm like, it's coming from my AC. And then every morning I wake up, the birds are mad loud, and I'm like, what the hell is going
They
on?
probably made a nest on top.
Not even, I don't know if it was on top or inside, because I
Probably
can't.
both.
I can't see up top.
Yeah.
And the sides, unless they're really small birds, or maybe there was a small bird that got in there and laid eggs and has like a nice little nest. I don't really know how they would have got in there, besides like you said, right?
Yeah.
Underneath. But I can't remember for the life of me if they put that foam there today and just didn't call me or what. But I'm
I
hoping
think
it's
so.
gone.
I think so.
Because-
that's not something that would have come with the AC, and they wouldn't have just in the past climbed up there to put it in there. So.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so, and I actually hope they got the birds out too. Obviously, like that'd be stupid to just plug them in there and then whatever. But I was gonna have Mark come by, because the last couple of weeks the AC in the bedroom has been kind of weak. Like, it's still cold, the air coming out, but you see how loud this thing is, and how, you know what I mean? The volume
Yeah,
lowered.
but trust me, it's because they were cutting power. They were.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely, because that was happening everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Especially last week.
with last week.
outages.
Yeah, that's what.
But it started happening before last week, because that's why I was concerned. I mean, you guys could be right. Like, I don't know, but I know I got to get Mark over here. He told me to buy like this cleaning solution for the coils for the outside part, and he says no one ever does that. And I guarantee he's like, that thing's never been cleaned, and I know I haven't cleaned it since I've gotten here, and I know the people before me were even messier than me. I know they didn't touch to go out on a ladder to clean it. So hopefully he's gonna come over this weekend, show me how to clean this thing. He's got a big ladder. We'll get up there, spray it, and power wash it, and see what happens. And hopefully it'll get better. So, we'll see what's going on with that. Just really wanted to share my frustration with maintenance and my air conditioning woes. But it's been nothing but woes for the last 2 weeks for us anyway, considering we've had nothing but high heat and humidity. No, like next to no rain. And when it did rain, it would rain in for 5 minutes in the morning, just to cool the cement, I feel, and then that was it.
And then bring a ton more humidity.
Yeah, and bugs. I got bit by 5 horsefly bugs on Saturday. So I was doing my fantasy football thing that I always do in June, where we discuss, new rules and whatever. This is our first year of the Olympics.
Did you get your pick number?
Yeah, so we did the picks at the end. So we had multiple Olympic trials. So one of them was a 2-on-2 tournament. Oh, okay. Finally a little break. Yankees just scored a run. It's now 4-3 in the 7th. Bases, first and third with 1 out. Let's see. Hopefully the Yankees will win this game, because I'll get to them in a little bit. But you played beer pong. You played cornhole. We had a trivia session. A tug of war. And
2-on-2 tug of war?
no, that was 6-on-6, but it was 6 people that made the playoffs last year versus 6 that didn't, and it was a point system. So if you win whatever, you get whatever. And then we had a cornhole tournament style. It was 1-on-1. So like if we played together on beer pong, me and you would face each other in cornhole, and then the winner would advance. And I did really well. I wound up losing the gold medal by 1 point in cornhole because it was best to 7 points. So I lost 7-6.
What happened just now? They scored good.
Maybe John. Another error. Yep, looks like another error on Vlad. Couldn't handle it. Everyone's safe. That's good. 4-4. Let's keep it going. But yeah, so I wind up coming in second. So I got 2 extra ping pong balls in the little water cooler tub, and you pick it out. And I must have the worst luck because I had 3 balls where everyone else had 1, and for 12th pick my ball comes out, and I said no, I'll keep going because I have 2 extra balls. Then for the 11th pick, my second ball comes out. So within the first 3 balls, 2 of my balls came out. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. But I finally settled into 4th place, which isn't so bad. However, the guy that won the gold medal has 3 different things he could do as being the winner of our first time Olympics. One is you could take a keeper from any team that someone's not keeping. So like any player, you could take, as long as it's not a keeper, you could get 50 extra bucks in auction money, or you could steal anyone's draft pick.
Oh, it's an auction league?
No, just for the waiver wire.
Oh, okay.
So it's just extra money for the waiver wire.
I was going to say, that might be a little...
Yeah.
Sounds way too fucking confusing for me.
It was at first to me, but once you see it on the screen, it's easier. But either which way, he could steal my number 4th pick, because from 1, 2, and 3 you can't steal. 4 to 12 you could steal. He has the 8th pick. So if he wants to move up, he can move up to 4 and steal my pick, and I go to 8. So I'm a little worried about that, but...
And how many teams?
12 teams. So you get 12 picks. So he's like right in the middle. I'm more towards the beginning.
Yeah, if it was a few more teams, I think I'd rather have the 8th pick, but
Yeah.
12,
You gotta also think too, 8's not... I've drafted 8.
It's not horrible.
It's not horrible. So even if I don't get 4 and I get 8, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But we'll see. So that was my little rant for the Olympics. It was a lot of fun. Went in the pool, ate some good food, and it was all good. But yeah, that's that. One other thing, did you guys notice that because of the 50th anniversary of Jaws, they have their own wine, like sparkling wine?
No.
Not.
So crazy. I'm gonna try and zoom this out a little bit, but this is it.
It's blue.
Did you buy it?
It looks pretty dope, right? I don't know if they can see it at home, whoever's watching it.
Oh, one is...
One is the wine, the red wine.
And the other is
And
like a rosé or something?
It's like some kind of sparkling wine or something like that. I don't even know what sparkling wine really is, but I just want it for the bottles. So I've been looking into it, and it's literally sold out everywhere. I'd have to pretty much go to Maine to get it.
Wow.
Your boy Doshi doesn't have any connections?
I guess not. I didn't ask him yet, but it's sold in like the higher end, I guess you want to say. Like Total Wines has it, like these bigger liquor stores, and every Total Wine around us is sold out of it. And I was doing some research last night, and everywhere they have it is sold out. You gotta wait. The only places that might have it, they can't ship it to New York. It's crazy.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I was
So
checking.
does Total Wine in New York carry it? They're just sold out?
Yeah, it's sold out. Like I have to go there and ask them to like see when they're getting it back in or call them or whatever. But it is sold out right now. So I don't know what to do. Thought I'd share that with you guys. Now we'll get into like the disappointing or depressing Yankees and Mets.
Not a good run for the New York baseball.
So I did the math in June. The Yankees are 13 and 14 in June. and the Mets were 12 and 15 in June. So pretty bad overall for both teams, both under 500. Over the weekend, the Mets played the Pirates. That wasn't good. Did you get to watch any of that?
Yeah, well, I mean, like last week, things weren't going well, but they were able to salvage the last 2 games against the Braves.
Correct.
I guess that that was something.
Yep.
In the right direction. But then over the weekend against the Pirates, they got their ass kicked.
Yeah.
They weren't in any of those games.
Absolutely none of those games.
Also, I should have mentioned too, they lost Canning, I think, in one of the games against the Braves. So
Yeah.
another, their pitching's been decimated before that, so just
And he's the Achilles, right? He's only, yeah.
so throw another, starter out. So now they're, even more up against it. And all of a sudden the bullpen sucks too. So, well, one thing that was their strength is gone. So they start in Milwaukee tonight, and I guess we'll see what happens. But and that's the other thing too. I think they had some players meeting on Sunday before the game. And, obviously, it didn't work, whatever they discussed.
It did not work out for them, not at all. I think they lost, 12-1?
Yeah, they're in a bad way right now, and just hoping that somehow they can, come alive and just at least be competitive,
How'd you feel about Frankie Montas' start? Because
He
I know
pitched good. He proved us wrong. He was very good.
I was gonna say when I saw his stat line.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was the Tuesday game, right? They still
Yeah.
lost that game, but
Yeah, but not his fault.
no, not at all. He pitched 5 innings.
5 innings, 2 runs, I think.
Yeah, pretty clean game for him. He just got no run support, which is what both the Yankees and Mets are going through right now in their own little different ways. Actually, it's pretty much the similar way. They're not hitting with runners in scoring position, either team. I don't know what the Mets are hitting, but they're dead last in baseball with runners in scoring position. And the Yankees, maybe because of their early success, is a little ahead of them. But in the month of June, they're hitting 188. So I can't see that. A month of June hitting 188 is not good. I hope this turnaround in July sparks something in both teams.
I hope so.
I know a lot of the teams, they do these player-only meetings a lot of times, and right away you want instant success. Like you want that first game and you want to win. I know it didn't happen for the Mets, but I feel like more often than not when they have those meetings, it doesn't hit right away. So let's see what happens with the Brewers tonight with the Mets. Maybe they can put up some crooked numbers the next couple days. I know I would love it for the 13-run pool.
Personal interest.
Yeah, a little personal interest. I wouldn't mind making it a little closer of a run on the 13-run pool would be nice. But we'll see how it goes. I just hate watching bad baseball.
Yeah.
We're watching this game right now in the background, and I know it's 4-4, but I was listening to it while I was driving around earlier when they started at 3, and I'm maybe just speaking for the Yankees because I didn't watch a lot of the Mets this week. I did catch them on Sunday, but the Yankees leave so many runners on base. And even in this game, I think it was the 3rd inning. No, my mistake. It was the 5th inning. They get Judge. Judge gets a single. Jazz gets on. It's 1st and 2nd, no outs. And they don't even move the runner. Just make contact. I know Giancarlo's not really like that, but maybe we should start thinking Boone does it all the time anyway, moving the lineup around. Maybe we bat him one position lower and get a guy that puts the ball in play in front of Giancarlo for those kind of instances.
The thing is it's almost you feel like you're just waiting for him to break out because he hasn't been hitting the ball hard.
Right.
It seems like he's hitting the ball hard every time. It's just
when he
doesn't
hits
hit
it,
one out.
yeah. But he's still striking out a lot, and you're right. When he hits the ball, hits it hard. But at the same time, when you come up and it's 1st and 2nd, don't be swinging for the 3-run home run. You know what I mean? Just put the ball in play and try and move these runners over.
Yeah.
I think Judge the other day bunted or something like that. I must have missed it. I heard them talk about it on the radio.
Chisholm.
Oh, it was Chisholm?
Chisholm.
Oh, okay. But, like, I don't mind that. He's fast. See if you could bunt for a hit. Like, just get people moving around these bases. Like, you can't have all these guys, like, just striking out 1, 2, 3, or a strikeout, and then you get a fly out, and now you got to get a base hit to score a run. You know, play a little small ball, make it a little exciting. Like we just saw what happened in the last inning. They hit the ball, and they weren't great hits, but they put the ball in play, and these guys made errors. Like, it's only natural that that's going to happen.
Right.
You know, and especially with the teams that aren't great. Like we played Oakland over the weekend. They're a bunch of young guys, and you know, you could tell that those guys were on edge. They made a bunch of errors, and you know, swinging that stuff you're not supposed to. Thankfully, we won 2 out of 3, but they weren't really like beating the balls off the other pitcher. You know what I mean? And that one game in the middle, they got shut out 7-0. So like they didn't hit it all on Saturday. Friday was 3-0, and then they went nuts on Sunday. But that's what the Yankees do. I understand it, but something's got to give because
especially this year, right? It seems like their runs come in bunches.
yeah, and I sort of like the Yankees have the best run differential in all of baseball at plus 112.
Yeah, and again, that's because I think of how crazy they started the season, and then when they win, they seem to win big.
Yeah. I think you're 100% right because even with their run differential, they're supposed to be like 4 or 5 games better in the standings, and they're not. And like you touched to with the Mets, the Yankees bullpen hasn't really been great either of late, like the last week or two. And we just took a huge hit with Cruz going down with an oblique strain. He's going to be out 2 months. So now we don't have another guy in our bullpen. So it's literally going to be the Weaver and Williams show because you just saw Mark Leiter put guys on. I don't know if you could trust him in a big spot at the end of the year. And as of right now, the Rays are right there, 1.5 games. And so the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays have been playing pretty good. They're 2 games back.
Yep.
You know? The only good thing is, besides the Red Sox beating the balls off the Yankees, they can't beat anybody else. So we're lucky that they're 7 games back, and the Orioles still are not what they're supposed to be. So maybe you get some trades out of those guys, and maybe you could wind up winning some games against them. But I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do to fix it. The only thing I do know is, you know, Brian Cashman will address some of these needs. I don't know if they'll be any good, but we'll see what happens. Like, I don't think the Yankees need starting pitching right now. I don't think so.
No.
I think every year you need bullpen help because every year some people go down that you expected to be there and they're not going to be there.
I think they need a third baseman.
They do need a third baseman and or a second baseman. Like I don't know.
Get a third baseman and move Chas to second.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea to me. But third basemen across the league are not great. Like they were talking about that guy from Colorado, McMahon. Unless you're going to get him for a bag of balls, he's not even worth it. He's not. He's another guy that hits for power, doesn't hit for average. He's not really that good. He's just a solid glove at third base. So unless you want to tighten up your defense, maybe. But he's just going to be another strikeout guy in the lineup, you know. And I don't really know where either team is gonna go from here, because I mean it's a little clearer for the Mets. The Mets need a bunch of starting pitching, especially the way they band-aided their rotation in the beginning of the year before the season.
Right.
Like now you're starting to see. I think we touched upon this last week that the starting rotation came down to earth. A lot of guys in the rotation are hurt,
Yeah.
so you need to replace them. You know.
Right. They don't have a choice.
No, they really don't have a choice in the matter. So I don't know if they'll go out there and grab a bat instead, because right now their offense isn't good either. But they got a bunch of moves they got to make too. So I don't know. Jazz has looked good at third. The only knock I could say on him is if it's a chopped ball, like not something hit hard right at him, but if it's something that is a high chopper, so to speak, he sometimes lets that ball play him. Like me, I played third base for a while. Like you have to kind of like stand your ground and catch it either on the short hop, or make sure if you're backing up you get a better hop. But 9 times out of 10, once it makes that hop, it spins and it winds up playing you. And I see him move back a lot and play it on like an angle, and that's why he's missing some of those. I don't want to call them easy ground balls, but they're like a good third baseman would catch that.
Yeah.
So that's only his issue. Otherwise, he makes up a lot of his stuff with his rocket arm. Like his arm is
It's unbelievable.
unbelievable, dude.
But then, like yesterday, he had that one line drive that he snared out of the air right in the middle of his glove and then it fell out.
Yeah, I don't blame him for that so much. It's really more of his footwork and knowing when to come in or stay in and when to go back on the ball, because that's probably the hardest thing for a third baseman, and you see he has trouble with that. But the Yankees have like 17 coaches. Like, what do they do on their days off or when they're doing batting practice? Like, they get to the stadium. They get to the stadium at like noon for like a 7 o'clock game. Like, show this guy what to do.
Yeah, I mean, he's still relatively new, right? It hasn't even been, a full season yet that he's been playing third base?
No, yeah, you're right. But he's a professional ball player.
That's why I think if they even get someone somewhat decent that is a proficient third baseman, then, it's worth it. Because now you can put him at second every day. At least defensively you got both positions covered. And, now you just hope that, he gets hot like he is right now and stays hot, as far as offense.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he's just such a, I think he's just such a spark plug and such a positive energy that,
He has to play well in order to be that kind of a spark. Because when he's swinging at the balls in the dirt and he's trying to hit home runs, and I'll give him credit because I saw a interview with him, and the hitting coach apparently is doing his job, which kudos to him. I forget who he is, but they were telling him don't swing so hard and just try to make contact, and the ball's just going to fly off your bat, which, knock on wood, it's been doing. So maybe that new approach makes him more consistent and, gives us, like a better opportunity to score runs in the pinch, or like, when there's runners in scoring position, let's say, which is what they've been having trouble with all month. Because a lot of these guys don't do it. And it's a shame. Like, I don't know what's going on with DJ anymore. Like, he started off pretty good, but now he's a shell of himself.
Washed up,
Yeah, I think you're right. I wanted to hope out that he could still give us something, but the only thing he could really give us is defense. That's really it. So unless you're going to put him in for late inning relief, that's really all you're going to got, and a spot start here and there to give someone a break at second or third, or maybe even first.
Yeah, it's a shame because it's a quick fall from grace as far as
Yeah,
offense goes.
it's tough because I really liked him and I wanted him to have a good year. I mean, obviously he got off to a bad start. We're getting hurt, but what are you gonna do? And my last thing I wanted to talk about is this Austin Wells and Volpe thing. I know I touch on it a lot, but they were saying like this is just who, at least Volpe, they've been very verbal about. Like this might be just who Volpe is as a player. Like he's gonna give you.
As far as what, offense? Or
Yeah,
defense?
probably both. Like he's good defensively, but he'll make his errors and they'll cost you games. But that's
in
it.
In all reality, offensively, what's he on pace for? He's on pace for somewhere around 25 home runs and 80, 85 RBIs, or can we really complain about that?
He's on. You're closer to RBIs. He's got 44 right now. His OPS is 714. He's batting 226. He's only got 9 homers. So if he gets to 20, I would think he's lucky. That means he'd have somewhat of an offensive surge in the second half. Remember, we're already 85 games into the season now, so we reached the halfway point. So if he doubled it, you're looking at 18 and 88. But with me, for him, if he's going to be successful, I'm okay with those 18 home runs. Jeter never hit more than 22 in his whole entire career.
Right.
But he hit 330.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like his overall average all time, I think, is like 305 or 310, somewhere around there.
And had 200 hits.
Yeah, all that's like 6 years. You know what I mean? So for me, I don't know if it's the coaching or just whatever. Or maybe it's not clicking for him.
But the thing is, you know, how often are you gonna have another Derek Jeter? You know, that's the other thing too.
And you're right. You gotta be careful with comparing him to Derek Jeter. But at this rate, you're not gonna have to worry about that. One and two. I want to give him a little bit more time. We're wasting Aaron Judge right now. Is what we're doing. Like, if you're ever gonna spend a lot of money, go get guys that are consistent hitters to put around Judge to win a World Series. Like, that's what they did in the 90s, and it wasn't always superstars. This is hit a bomb? Yep. Oh, boy. Oh, well. There goes that game.
Of all people, too, right
Off of Weaver, no less, too. Hits a grand slam in the, what is this, the bottom of the seventh?
there. Dead center.
Yep. Oh, boy. Well, that's rough. But getting back to it, if you're ever going to build a team, you only got a couple more years of Aaron Judge. Let's get it going now. Like, put guys that are going to be here for a couple of years, and then if you want to cheap out after he's done because there's no core anymore or this or that, then, you know, by all means, as long as you get a couple World Series out of it, I'll be fine with it. You know, I know we're spoiled as Yankee fans, and I'm sorry you don't get it, but they're in the playoffs every year for the most part, and they've had a winning season every year in the last 30 years. I get it. At some point, you're going to have to be bad to rebuild, right? And if not, you know, you're going to have to make really smart moves. And I don't know, it doesn't look like they're making fantastic moves right now.
Did you hear the stat they mentioned during the game last night? That Judge is the first player, I know I'm going to get it not 100% correct, but first player in Major League history to have 30 home runs for 4 seasons at 80 in the first 82 games of the season or something like that.
I did hear that. There was another stat that they told too, or I saw it on Instagram actually. He's the first player in Major League history to have 30 home runs and 50 walks before like 83 games or something like that. But he's, you know, I guess that's par for the course now, right? I'm more concerned with winning a World Series, but I also, in the back of my head, have this Triple Crown thing going on. Like, if he's never going to win a World Series, he's going to be a Hall of Famer, but that Triple Crown will look real nice to get him in there and solid. I don't know if this is the year he could do it. I think this might be his best year because I don't think you'll ever see him hit 350 again. And he's been slumping in June, big time.
Yeah.
He's still been hitting some of his home runs. I think this is his lowest home run output of the year so far in June because I think he only put up like 7 or 8. But, you know, he's 3 behind, what's the guy's name?
Cal Raleigh.
Thank you, guys. I keep forgetting to pronounce his name, whatever. He's 3 behind him right now. I think he's 2 RBIs away from the leader in RBIs. He leads the league in batting average. And I don't know if you guys know this, but is a Triple Crown winner for all of baseball or just for your respective league? Because I forgot about this.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Because I can't remember if you have to lead the entire league in those 3 categories or if it's just the American. I asked my dad and he was very quick to say just your league, but I don't see. I don't know. I don't want to say I disagree with him. He could be right, but I always just thought of it as the whole league.
I could see him being right because you think of the MVP, you know, it's
Right.
by league.
I would think it would be a bigger deal
Cy Young by league.
if it's the Triple Crown because it's the entire league.
Oh yeah, for
You
sure.
know?
But I mean, baseball is pretty uniform sport, so I would think you might be right.
Yeah, it's possible. What did we talk about the?
It's in the league.
It's in the whole league.
No, you can do it in American League and National League.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So Miguel Cabrera won
Always listen to your dad.
the American League Triple Crown in 2012.
Yeah, I know he was the last one. I just didn't know if he led all of baseball in those three
Obviously
categories.
not, because it says American League.
Okay, okay. All right, good. So we got that. We got that cleared away.
An entire MLB Triple Crown not officially awarded, but often mentioned as notable feat if achieved.
What?
Entire MLB Triple Crown not officially awarded.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good to know. So, my diamond facts for the week. You ready
Yeah,
for these guys?
hit us with
I
it.
got a couple good ones. Oh, by the way, before I get to that, happy Bobby Bonilla Day.
Yes.
Oh, that's today.
Today is the day.
How
He
could I
gets
forget?
he gets paid 1.19 million today for the next 10 more years.
Still got 10 more years.
Yeah, it's 2035 it ends.
Wow.
So I guess after today, 9 more. But so the Mets before June 12th were 45-24. From now on June 29th, they're 48-37. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
So in that 3-week span, they only won 3 games
Wow.
and lost 13.
Pretty bad.
Yep.
Pretty horrible.
Yep. This is for the Sammy Sosa fans out there. From 1998 to 2001, Sammy Sosa hit 243 home runs. That is more than what Jose Altuve, David Wright, and Roberto Clemente hit in their entire careers combined. Isn't that crazy?
I feel like didn't the Cubs just have something with him recently?
Yes.
Yes.
I saw him at a game.
Yeah.
I think it was during. Weren't they playing the Yankees? Or
No, they play the Yankees coming up in July. But
So I guess they made up.
I was just gonna say they recently did make up, and I guess they brought him to the stadium. I think they're actually gonna have a Sammy Sosa Day coming up too. I don't know when that's gonna be. Oh, this is a good one. So you guys remember Jeff Kent?
Yeah, of course.
He has more career RBIs than Mickey Mantle, Carlos Delgado, and Vladimir Guerrero. Kent has 1,518 career RBIs.
That guy was awesome.
I remember him being awesome, but
He
that
had an
when I
amazing
read that, I
career.
was like, what?
He had an amazing career.
Yeah. Another one. Ellie De La Cruz already has more career strikeouts than Tony Gwynn had in his entire career. Ellie has 1,317 career at-bats, and Gwynn has 9,288 at-bats. Isn't that nuts?
That's crazy.
Shows you how good Tony Gwynn was.
Oh, forget it.
And they have some other facts down here. Tony Gwynn's average 29 Ks per season.
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts?
And
now
then-
you'd get
and
that
then-
in a month.
And then right. Then the most famous one of Tony Gwynn of all that you see all the time is he could have went 0 for his last 1,100 at bats and still had a career average over 300.
That's insane to me, isn't that?
So he could have went 0 for basically his last, what is that, 4 seasons? 3.5 seasons?
Three-ish or so. Yeah,
That's
he could have
still-
never got a hit 3 seasons and still finish his career with over 300. It's insane. Insane. Let's see. I got anything else here? Nope. That'll do it for today for that. So now I guess let's get into the TV show aspect or the movie aspect of things. You guys got anything?
Yeah, that stadium, they were showing it yesterday with the roof closed, and it was ugly as shit. With the roof open, that thing is neat looking.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
a nice stadium.
Yeah, they were talking about yesterday how they were thinking about moving, and then they just totally refurbished this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I think this used to have turf on it, if I'm not mistaken,
It
right?
still is turf.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like grass.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. Well, that's some good turf right there.
Yeah, you could see like when they kept showing Volpe, like with the sun shining behind him, you could see like the sheen off of it. It's,
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good. Anything of interest that you guys been watching?
the only thing that I watched that I just finished was season 3 of Squid Games.
Oh, you finished it?
Yeah.
How was it?
To me, it was the best season.
Oh,
yet,
wow.
Because it was actually
It came out
like
Friday, I guess.
real. It only just came out Friday.
Yeah.
Fuck. I guess that's the only thing I've been watching. But there's actually like good stories, I feel like, in this season. So it was my favorite. And so if you guys haven't watched it, I'm not going to spoil it, but the ending is kind of cool because
It wraps it in a bow, or does it leave it hanging?
no, it wraps it in a bow, but also opens something else up.
Oh, okay. I literally just started that last night because I finished. What did I finish? Jesus. I don't remember what I finished, but I started The Bear last week because it just came out as well.
I did start that as well.
And I'm literally on the last episode. I thought I was gonna have it done today, but life happened. So like, this season of The Bear, what is it, 4? Is this season 4?
Yeah.
I didn't finish the last episode. I have like 20 minutes left, but it's really good. It's not their best season.
Definitely, I think better than season 3.
Yes, it's definitely better than season 3. Season 3 had like those lulls in it. They have one episode in the middle that's an hour and 10 minutes. That's what threw me off. I was like, I normally watch it when I work out, so I watched this whole episode. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, this episode's still not over yet? I'm like, I worked out for an hour, and then I go to look, and I was doing the math. I'm like, 30 minutes there. And I look, it's an hour and 10 minute episode. It's like episode 4 or 5. And it's good. I can't wait to see what the ending is. I don't know if they're coming out with a season 5, but it was good. Then I watched a movie on Prime called Deep Cover. It's with Orlando Bloom.
Is that a remake?
I don't know.
Because there was a movie, Deep Cover, with Lawrence Fishburne, I think, in the early 90s.
I don't know. It could be,
Or
but
late 80s.
it's an entertaining movie. Like, it's one of those background watchers where like you just sit, and if you were doing something else, you'll still get the storyline kind of thing. But long story short, Orlando Bloom, I can't remember the girl's name. I think she's Ron Howard's daughter.
Oh yeah, Dallas Bryce Howard.
Yeah, I think that's her in it. And then Nate from Ted Lasso's in it.
Yes.
And they're like,
Oh, that's Ron Howard's daughter?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And they're improv, and then like some dirty cop gets them involved in some mess, and they gotta improv their way out of a bunch of trouble and everything like that. That was pretty good. Did I tell you last week that I said I finished The Madness? That might have been the show I finished.
I think you were watching it, but yeah, it had to be the one.
I finished it not knowing I thought it only had 10 episodes. It wound up having 8, so I'm watching it to the end of 8. I'm like, wow, this looks like this is gonna wrap up a couple episodes. I wonder what they're gonna do for 2 more episodes. And then all of a sudden it just ended. And I think that's when I started The Bear last week because it came out.
Which show?
The Madness. We talked about this like months ago, I think. Wanderer put us onto it. It's good. It's only 8 episodes. It's kind of crazy. It's like a thriller TV show. I think it's a one and done type of deal. But it was good. It was good. It was quick, breezy, whatever.
Did I watch it? What was this?
The black guy from Fear the Walking Dead is like the star of it. I don't know if that helps you.
He was like a journalist or whatever, and he's getting blackmailed.
Yeah.
He's on the run pretty much.
Yeah, he's on the
In
run the entire
Philadelphia-
show.
in Philadelphia,
Yeah, he goes for. I think he starts out in New York, but then he goes down to Philadelphia because that's where he has family,
Right.
and then he stays down there. Like originally he went down to Philly. He purchased an Airbnb to write a book because he's like one of those CNN reporters / journalists, and then all hell breaks loose and he's on the run and the cops think he murdered these people and he didn't. And
I gotta check that out. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think I did.
if you did watch it, once you put on the first episode, you'll remember, like,
Right.
oh, I remember.
Right.
I watched 2 documentaries. You'd be proud of me because I don't normally watch
Ooh,
documentaries.
all right.
2.
What'd you watch?
You guys have to watch this week. If you do nothing else, and it's quick. Both documentaries are only 3 episodes each.
Okay.
A total combined airtime of like 3 hours each. So it's like watching, Avengers Endgame,
Right.
in one sitting. I did it really quick too. As a matter of fact, one of them I watched twice. So
Good?
amazing. So the first one I caught eyes was Surviving Blackhawkdown.
I saw that.
If you haven't, you need to watch that first.
So it's like the movie and the book, I guess.
I don't know if it's the book, but it's. Do you remember the movie?
Yeah, but the movie was made from the book.
Yes. So this is
Mark Bolden.
this documentary is based on real life accounts of what happened, and they have real life footage, and then they have reenactments. Awesome, and that was not even 3 hours. Like I think 2 episodes were like 52 minutes, and one was like 40 something. So it's quick, and you'll get into it.
That's on Netflix.
On Netflix. Definitely check that out because I think what I've been doing with Netflix recently is just watching the documentaries, unless there's a show on there that we've watched previously.
Right.
Because a lot of the shows they have on there now are just either trash or way out there.
What we're looking for.
Yeah. The next one is American Manhunt,
Okay.
Osama bin Laden.
I saw that too.
Insane. And at first I got duped, especially the last episode, because I thought they had real life footage of what they were showing us all the time. But then when I watched it a second time, in the very beginning of the episode, it says some of this was reenacted or whatever. So it took it, because when I was watching, I'm like, how is America letting people watch this across the country, across the world right now? Like we're giving away secrets. But it was really well done. And they have accounts of everybody from the CIA to the military, everyone except for like, I guess, the president. You just saw him, and you saw Bush and you saw Obama make certain speeches and whatever, but really well done. Definitely worth your time. Please definitely check that out. Great show. I think that's pretty much all I've done. I think that's what I was missing. I ended those and then went into the Bear. But yeah, and I just started Squid Game, so I'm on episode 3. So how many are there? Do you know? Is it like 6 or something? 7? It's short, I think, this season, right?
No, I think it was 8. I'm pretty sure it was 8.
Okay. So that's all I got. Wonder, what do you got?
Yeah, I've just been watching Daredevil. I'm on season 3 now.
Sick.
I think I'm like 4 episodes in, maybe 5. I forget. But,
Sick.
it's good, yeah. I like it. So looking forward to the new season, obviously.
Oh, Born Again? Oh, you're in for a
And
treat.
then I guess after that, I'll proceed on to Squid Game and the Bear. So just taking my time, not
Take your time, enjoy it.
indulging
Enjoy it.
as much as I used to.
No, it's okay. Enjoy Daredevil. Watch an episode a night or whatever you got to do. I'm breezing along. I'm catching up with also the Jessica Jones and the Luke Cages. I'm rewatching those a little bit because I really have nothing to do, so I just been watching that a little bit. A little piece of info that I saw on Instagram is, do you remember the show I told you From? Did you ever watch that?
Yeah.
I know you did.
I know the show you're talking about.
Yeah. Did you ever watch that? That you got to watch too. That shit is crazy. But they're filming season 4,
Oh, okay.
so they're coming back. This is coming back. You should be able to watch that because I think it's on MGM. So you should be able to
I think
get
I
it.
already seen at least some of it.
I would hope so. It's a great show.
I don't remember that.
Totally different story. It's a great show. Weird stuff happens in there, so I don't want to ruin it for you if you're ever going to watch it. But really good show. And then I don't know if anyone else is excited, but now that we're in July, screw July 4th, but this is the movie month. This is like I'm going to be in the movies every weekend this month. You got your new Jurassic Park movie. You got Superman. and you got Fantastic Four this month, and I think there's a fourth one, but I can't remember.
Fantastic Four movie looks like garbage to me, though.
I think it looks good.
Really? I don't know. Something about it. I don't know.
I'm 50-50 on it because they can never figure out how to do Fantastic Four.
And I just don't. I don't know how I feel about Pedro Pascal.
I don't like him at all.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to like judge the movie without him, like almost remove him. But it's still something I want to see. Because I want to see how they do Galactus, and I heard that was really awesome. And I've been waiting a long time to see Galactus on the screen not look like a giant cloud with teeth. You know what I mean?
No, he looks sick in
He does.
And I think it kind of looks like the comic style, so I think that looks cool. And I think the cast is pretty good, actually. The guy from The Bear is the Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the problem with Pedro is he's in like every movie right now.
Yeah.
So you're getting like
high demand.
yeah. So you're getting like almost like he's getting the Rock treatment right now. Like we're enough. Like you don't have to cast him for every single movie.
Right.
Speaking of The Rock, he's in this movie called The Smashing Machine. I don't know when it's coming out, but it's about a UFC, MMA fighter who's like one of the first like ground and pound guys, and like that. There was a documentary on the guy, and that's what it was called. But like The Rock is playing him in a movie.
Oh wow!
So
And who's the fighter then?
Mark Kerr.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It looks good.
That's coming out probably at the end of the summer or something.
I'm not sure because I haven't. I mean, I heard, I saw maybe an article about it, but I haven't seen any press or anything like that.
Oh, okay. So it might be a little ways away. They probably,
Right.
they probably
Are you
start.
excited about Jurassic World? You think it's gonna be good?
I mean, the last couple weren't really that good, but like, I have that same mentality with like the Transformers series and like even some of the Marvel movies. I'm gonna go see it.
I was shocked to see the commercial the other day that Scarlett Johansson's in it.
Yeah. Well, I guess she needs money. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Avengers money dried up.
Right. You know what I mean? And then like she was beefing with Marvel over something, and I haven't seen her in anything since Black Widow that I could recall. So, maybe they say, hey, you want to run around with dinosaurs for 2 hours? And she's like, yeah, what's up? But those kind of movies, the Transformers, Jurassic Park, and even some of the Marvel, like, I don't need much of a story. Just show me dinosaurs doing crazy stuff or the Transformers fighting each other. Like, apparently they're going to make a Voltron movie too. Like, you gotta remember when you were kids how cool Voltron was. Like, you don't need a super story. Just throw something together.
That's true.
So
speaking of documentaries, that you said you watched the documentary, didn't I see there's a documentary on the anniversary of Jaws?
oh, I don't know. Is there on Netflix?
I don't know what it's on. It's just,
Do you know what it's called, or just it's a documentary on 50th anniversary?
Yeah,
of Jaws?
I think it's Jaws 50 or something like that.
Oh, I gotta check it out. Especially before Shark Week, because Shark Week's only 19 days away,
I'm kind of
guys.
surprised you didn't know about it.
I keep seeing the commercials and I'm like fucking Ryan.
I saw the commercial yesterday, and I was like, oh, this is
It's
crazy.
like watching the same fucking shows for the last 25 years.
Love
just
it.
played over and over and
Love
over.
it. I love it. They have new stuff on it.
Yeah. Tag the shark, watch the shark, track the shark. It's the same fucking stupid shit all the time.
No one said you have to watch it.
How many times are you gonna watch a show about them tagging a shark and letting it go and watching it on a fucking laptop swim around from country to country?
Listen, it's very educational, and if we're ever, in the water and a shark comes by, I'll know what to do, and you'll be over there, shaking in your boots, or your swimmies. I don't know.
There was a shark bite in Jones Beach recently,
Yeah,
right?
it was a Friday, I think.
See, they're getting amped up for it. Why aren't you? That's all I'm saying. I'm stoked about it. They always got, but you know what's cool about them too? I know you're making fun that they have the same episodes, and they do in the daytime. But at night, like some of the stuff that they have is not repeat, but like they have alien sharks. So like it's whatever new shark they found in the last year, they do a show about.
And then it's 1 year, it's The Rock getting into a shark cage. Then the next year, it's Kevin Hart getting into a shark cage. So let's see who's gonna be this year getting into.
I wonder who the celebrity is this year that's hosting Shark Week. That's actually a good question.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, so we got 19 days for that. So I'm stoked for that.
What about the F1 movie? You gonna go see the F1 movie?
That just came out this past weekend, right?
Yeah.
I might. It got good reviews.
I know, but I just found out. I don't know why, but my girls went to go see it with one of their cousins. So my brother wanted to go see it this weekend, but my kids are coming. My brother surprised me last week. He bought them tickets to come here so they could be here for his party.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so my son said he wants to see it because he didn't see it with his sister, so we're going to wait till he gets here and we'll go see that.
Nice.
There you go. Well, let us know how it is because I'm waiting. I think this week Jurassic Park comes out, so I might go this weekend to go see that.
Oh, it's this week?
I think it's actually tomorrow.
Oh.
It said July 2nd, so
Oh.
it starts in the middle of the week. So I'll see. I mean, I know 4th of July is Friday, and we got the Subway Series all this weekend, which I don't know how that's going to go after this week with the Mets and the Yankees. So we'll see. Someone's got to win.
Yeah,
Real fucking boring games with
I know.
0-0 into the ninth inning.
Someone who, the slightly better team will win.
Slightly better team. You're probably right. I'm just going to probably get drunk for those 3 games and just hope for the best because I can't stand this right now. But we'll see what's going on. That's all I got. Wander, hit it.
Just one selection as usual. This is an older album today from '94. We're going to go with Slow Dive with Slovaki, so that's the pick for this week.
Awesome. All right, folks, that's it for this week. Enjoy 4th of July, the long weekend, and everything like that. We'll see you next week.
Don't
Take
lose any
care.
digits.
Take care.
There you go. Later, guys.